This video was brought to you by Gamersgate.com. Download games anytime, anywhere. Skip it up and that up. First off, before I even get into this video, I have to give a huge shout out to my buddy who was formerly with 3 Kilobytes, Mike Colangelo. He has started a new YouTube channel called Friendly AI, where he's going to be discussing news, gaming news stories, tech news stories, reviews, and he's doing an awesome job already. I'm really enjoying the work that he's putting out. You could check out his new channel in the video description below. I highly recommend it, so make sure you sub to Friendly AI. So good news, yeah! The PS4 will support video capture of games over HDMI. Sony's next-gen console, the PlayStation 4, will allow video capture of games over HDMI. It was announced at the Tokyo Game Show 2013 keynote. Brad Douglas, head of third-party relations for Sony, followed up the announcement on Twitter, saying details will follow soon. That's the part that no one's talking about. That one kind of raised a red flag with me. Also, if you go to Shuhei Yoshida's Twitter page, he says this about video game capture. We announced today that PS4 users will be able to capture their gameplay through HDMI output in the future. We'll update you when ready. Now, first off, okay, this is a good thing in general, all right? But it's not, swirl your nipple tassels around, start dry humping walls, an unadulterated celebration, because there's something else going on here. First off, they weren't intending from day one to let you capture gameplay. They weren't. Obviously, from Shuhei Yoshida's tweet, they were not. The HDCP was going to be enabled even with gameplay. It's not going to be day one. When you take your PS4 out of the box, guess what? You're not going to be able to capture gameplay right away. So they did have intentions to not let you capture gameplay via HDMI. They just got pressured due to the fact that PCs, the Wii U, and Xbox One will let you capture. They got pressured into doing it. That's why they changed it around, and I predicted that they were going to do some kind of firmware update and let you do it. I've said it before, and that's exactly what happened. So everyone's saying that, oh, Sony was going to let you do it from day one. No, they weren't. His tweet proves that. It's fact. They were not going to let you capture via HDMI. They thought the share button would have been enough. They wanted to keep the footage off of YouTube. Maybe a couple, even though most third-party developers don't care, there was probably a couple third-party developers that were probably pressuring Sony to do this. So they kept the HDCP on there. Now that they see their competitors aren't doing it, they're changing their tune. Secondly, this Brad Douglas guy said more details are to follow when it comes to capturing via HDMI. Now, it could just mean maybe they're going to update you and tell you when the patch is going to be released. Maybe there'll be really good news and the patch will be released day one. But it almost sounds like they're going to say there's going to be like some big list of restrictions that you can't capture this. You can't capture, they're going to have all these restrictions with capturing via HDMI, and you put gameplay footage up of a new game within the first 2 weeks or some other ridiculous stipulations they may have. I hope that's not the reason. I hope that's not what Brad Douglas meant, where they're going to have like a laundry list of different things that you have to follow, and they're really going to clamp down on game capture. But it could be. And the way it didn't sound good the way Brad Douglas worded it. So, look, this is a good thing. I just have a feeling there's more going on behind the scenes than what meets the eye. It's not just going to be gameplay for all, and we're all going to be holding hands, singing Kumbaya, and sharing our PS4 game footage. And that includes the Wii U and Xbox One. I have a feeling there's going to be some companies that are going to start getting really strict, even though it was changing for a while, and most companies still don't care. They actually like when you promote their gameplay footage. I have a feeling a few companies, for some reason in the next gen, are going to get really strict with gameplay footage. I don't know why. I've explained a million times why showing gameplay footage is actually beneficial to developers and publishers, but I just have a feeling that a few companies out there just don't get it. And even though the industry is becoming more accepting of gameplay footage being posted on YouTube, hence why both the PS4 and Xbox One have capture features, The suits up on top that work for the corporation still don't understand it, and to them it's black and white, and oh my god, they're violating copyright, even though and technically you're really not, and it's a game. I'll shut up, I've talked about this before, but bottom line, it's a game. You need to have a controller in your hand to experience the game, so you can't steal it over the internet like you can a movie. I mean, by watching footage. Obviously you get a torrent of the game. Alright, I'm going to shut up, I'm rambling now. Anyway, folks, make sure to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for supporting Review Tech USA. Have a good one.